Hey guys, we're back for another breakdown here. It's Baltimore coming in at the number 4 position in the AFC North. Taking a look at the quarterback position, you have Joe Flacco, who is just obviously not good. He's getting up there in age. His ratings are already not good, so not much good's going to come out of that. But you have Lamar Jackson, who is just a freak, who has 91 speed. I mean, that's insane. And his elusiveness is good, so you're going to be able to juke out defenders, make them look silly. It's going to get crazy using him. And if you can just his accuracy ratings don't start off real good, but if you can just upgrade them a little bit, I mean, he's going to be a monster. He already starts off as a monster with his speed rating. Just get those accuracy ratings up a little bit, and then he's definitely going to be your guy throughout your whole rebuild, and we'll see if he can revive Baltimore for you. Moving on to the next position. Taking a look at the running back position now, I mean, this is where things start getting a little tricky. Baltimore's skill positions aren't the best, so you have running back. Alex Collins is going to be your number 1 running back. Don't think he should be your running back for the future. You're definitely going to have to look to the draft, free agency, maybe even a trade, because your running back situation is not good. And that's kind of what Baltimore's going towards, maybe more of a run team with drafting Lamar Jackson, maybe a read option team. You're going to be able to want to run the ball. So running back should be of top priority to you. Pick yourself up a good one through the draft or free agency. And that's what I think about the running back position. Taking a look at the receiving core for Baltimore, I like what they did going out to get Crabtree, Brown, Willie Snead. I actually really like Willie Snead. Their tight end position, I mean, isn't the best. They got Hayden Hurst. Don't really like what they did there, but the receiving core is getting better. They completely revamped it. Going out to get Crabtree after Oakland let him go, which should be a reliable target for Lamar Jackson if you start him right away. Then you got Willie Snead, who I like personally as a slot guy. He's got some decent speed, good route running, and he's going to be decent hands for you. Definitely not going to be wide receivers throughout your whole rebuild. Crabtree's probably going to be more of a bridge wide receiver. He is getting up there in age, so I would definitely look to maybe get and so is Brown getting up there in age. I would definitely look to get a number 1 and number 2. So try to get maybe a possession guy and then a speed guy for Lamar Jackson. But I feel like Snead should be able to be there throughout your whole rebuild, playing in the slot. But definite receiver is going to be another weakness for them. You're going to need to upgrade that throughout your rebuild. Tight end, you got Hayden Hurst. Let's see what he can develop into for you. See if he can develop into something. But definitely your wide receiver, you're going to want to upgrade that. And moving on to the next position. Taking a look at the offensive line, they have Ronnie Stanley. They went out to go get Orlando Brown, who could both end up being your starting left tackle. Left guard's going to be a little weak for you. Your center should, maybe be able to develop into something. Your right guard, Marshall Yanda, he's definitely still one of the elite guards, but he is also getting up there in age. And then your right tackle is nothing special. So really, your whole offensive line is going to be in shambles except for your right guard and left tackle. Right guard, though, is getting up there in age, so you're going to have to look to replace that. Left tackle, Orlando Brown or Ronnie Stanley could develop into something for you. I would recommend changing one of them over to right tackle so you'd have double the chances of one of them becoming something. But altogether, that's a common problem Baltimore's running into. Their positions are just getting up there in age. You're going to have to upgrade a lot of the positions, especially the O-line. You definitely want to upgrade that because Baltimore, you probably are going to want to have a good run game. That division has some decent defense, so you're going to want to try to get that O-line upgraded and protect the blind side of Lamar Jackson for when you start him. Taking a look at your defensive line, you got Brandon Williams, who should be a good run stopper for you. He's got real good strength. He should be a real good run stopper. He's definitely going to stop the run. Your right end is going to be a position of weakness for you, but your end, I mean, Baltimore does run that 3-4, so your ends don't have to be pass rushers, so Brandon Williams should be able to last for you. At left end, your right end is a concern. You're definitely going to want to either get a pass rusher to make it more ferocious, or you could just get another run stopper to make sure, you know, nobody can run the ball on you. Your defensive tackle position with Michael Pierce, you should be good there. He's definitely one of the better defensive tackles in the league. More of a run stopper, though, than pass rusher, definitely. So keep in mind that you have a lot of run stoppers, but not a lot of pass rushers on that defensive line. So maybe your right end, you could go after a pass rusher for that position. Alright, mates, now we're taking a look at the linebacking position. You got Matthew Judon, who I actually like. He's pretty good. I mean, he's got decent finesse to start out with. I like what they are doing with him. He should end up being your starting outside linebacker. He's decent. You shouldn't have to upgrade him. He might be able to develop into an elite player. Then you look at your right outside linebacker. You got the ageless one, Terrell Suggs. I mean, is he 70 now? But for real, I mean, definitely that's going to be a concern for you because he's not going to be able to play forever. You're going to have to look to upgrade him. Middle linebacker, you got CJ Mosley, who's actually, I did a video of underrated players, and he was actually in my underrated player category. Make sure you check that video out. I'll leave it in the description. But yeah, linebacking core, you got CJ Mosley. He should be a beast for you, a monster. He should just be destroying people over the middle for you while he is there. Then your second middle linebacker in that 3-4 defense isn't the best. Patrick Awianswar, however you say his name, alright? I can't say it. Don't judge me. But yeah, he is probably going to need to be upgraded, so keep that in mind for middle linebacker. But you have CJ Mosley as your number one, and he should still be developing and be a real good player for you in your franchise. Here's their cornerback core. They actually have some fun pieces you could play around you can play around with. You got Jimmy Smith, who's an elite cornerback. He's also getting up there in age, but he's still going to be elite for you. Then you have Marlon Humphrey, who's coming out of Alabama, second year. All those Alabama defensive backs are usually good. So you got Marlon Humphrey. Then you got Tavon Young, who I really like as a nickel cornerback. He should be able to last as your nickel cornerback the whole rebuild. Your cornerback group is actually pretty stellar. It should last throughout the whole rebuild. Jimmy Smith, your number one. Marlon Humphrey, your number two. Tavon Young can be your nickel. And then you also have Maurice Candy. You got Brandon Carr. You have some good pieces there. Maybe even some trade pieces. Brandon Carr, you might be able to trade him away. Get a third round for him. Maybe a running back or something like that. But I like their cornerback group as a whole there in Baltimore. Now taking a look at the safety position. Alright, taking a look at the safety position here. You got Eric Weddle, who is also getting up there in age. Decent speed still. Then you have Tony Jefferson. I would definitely look to replace Eric Weddle. I mean, he's good for right now, but he's getting up there in age, so you're going to have to look for a replacement. Tony Jefferson should be able to last. He's a good safety. Really like his style. Good hit power, decent zone coverage, good speed. Should be able to last. So altogether, Baltimore is coming in at my number 4 ranked team in the AFC North. Look back over what we talked about here. So the quarterback should be able to be a beast for you. Their biggest concerns is probably going to be offensive line. And then their cap room is not good. Joe Flacco still has a huge contract, which is shit for a long time. He's got a lot of money coming to him. But then, I mean, they're running into a theme where their good players are just getting old. Like Terrell Suggs, Eric Weddle. A lot of their good players are getting up there in age. Crabtree, who they picked up. So you're going to have to look to replace them, which could be tough because, I mean, what you're banking on is Lamar Jackson being good for you. But that was my breakdown of Baltimore. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that sub button, and I will see you guys next episode. Peace out.